Hey everybody, doing some quick follow-up on the simple, powerful Orgonite recipe. Here's how it came out. It's very heavy. So I had it in a jar and I broke it. Maybe not the most ideal way to do a mold. But the idea is to make an accessible recipe to everybody. There is no precise formula. And if you're using those three components that we went through, the crystal, the fine iron powder, and the epoxy, then you're really in business. We had some haters on. We love our haters, whether it's somebody trolling or a federal agency, the NRC. It's a good sign. So we certainly appreciate the haters. It's definitely a good sign. Talking about the specific ratio of metal to epoxy. We do have our beliefs here, but I just want to reiterate that as long as you're using fine iron powder, you are far ahead of the curve. You could use anywhere from 15% fine iron powder to 85% fine iron powder, and you're still better off than if you're using the metal shavings. Now we've got a very popular, advanced, beautiful decoration that's being called Orgonite on Amazon. Now we cut this one in half, but as you can see, you've got some crystals in there. They might even be imitation crystals, but I'm not exactly sure. They could be real crystals. But the point is, you've got one piece of metal, and that piece, you're really looking at maybe like one layer here. You got epoxy on the one side, metal, which actually has holes in it, and then epoxy on the other side. I mean, what would you call that? A layer? I mean, because you could basically have one piece of metal and one piece of plastic, and that'd be one layer. So you've got two sides of plastic, so maybe 1.5. I don't know, but the point is, you could have 10,000 of these things, and if Reich's theories are true, that the more layers, the more orgone, then this is a far superior product every time by many thousands. Multiples better, exponentially better. So you can do the math. But yeah, if you want to nitpick, you want to talk about layers and stuff like that, ratios, we can get into that. We're going to get into some more high-tech, some more advanced stuff later. Though for right now, in a follow-up to the last video, we wanted to keep it simple, wanted to make it accessible for everyone. Key is experimentation, logical deduction. Again, Reich measured that the more layers, the stronger the orgone accumulation. So simply by using a 150 micron or finer powder, you're getting many layers per per cubic inch. And it looks cool too. If you want to use some crystals and stuff for decoration, I see these guys on Instagram, and you do more clear epoxy on top with some stuff in there, and then you do like a fine metal powder on the bottom. That's okay. I'm not hating on you for that. Art is art. But this, really, you're passing this off as Orgonite. You're better off sitting in your car. Actually, you'd be better off if you put a layer of towels on the outside of your car. Then you'd have the metal in the middle, and then again the felt on the inside. But when it comes down to it, I'm all about the Orgone generators. The Orgonite is it's an interesting trend to see so many people get into it. I love it. It's certainly a start, though it only accumulates orgone. You got to remember that. So if it's in a high electricity environment, Wilhelm Reich theorized that it's going to accumulate what he called deadly orgone. Now you got to read for yourself, decide for yourself, but my take is that the Orgone generators are the way to go. Orgonite is a nice substance to experiment with, though it's a building block that should be used for something greater, not something that we should obsess on, making big fields out of Orgonite. I told a joke once to someone that we were building a 5 square mile piece of Orgonite to throw the biggest party there ever was. You know, I don't think she knew I was joking. But my point is that an Orgone generator, by producing a stream of orgone, is much better than even a massive amount of Orgonite. But anyway, here's how it came out. So enjoy your Orgonite making. I still make it. It's a lot of fun. And if you do have a generator, you can always add to it with Orgonite. So don't get me wrong. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Experiment. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.